let's go ahead and before we get into any good news, all right, let's go ahead and start with the bad news. All right, there's some bad news here. So as you know, Greg Popovich out indefinitely as Spurs turn to Mitch Johnson. So originally, when it was posted that Greg Popovich was out, a lot of the news that was coming back was that he's okay, everything's fine, just give it a minute, he'll be okay. And then we heard even Wemby talk, and Wemby sounded optimistic, like, oh, that's just Pop, he's just gonna take some time off. Now it doesn't seem like it's as cut and dry as we would think. So somebody said to take a look earlier in the chat, said take a look at this video in which this is the pregame media availability versus the Portland Trailblazers, in which Mitch Johnson seemed quite unsure on whether or not Pop will be back anytime soon. So let me listen to this. I have not watched this. All right, no pre-watch. Let's see what he has to say. But from what I've heard, it doesn't sound great. So yeah.
Are you expecting Devin to come back Saturday? Is it look positive for him to return on Saturday?
I think the thought is sometime on this homestand. He's been doing a great job. He's been putting in a lot of work. It's definitely trending in the right way. So
all right, so he answered that with quite a bit of confidence that Devin Vassell will be back during the homestand. So he knows, yes, very soon.
Say sometime on this homestand is the hope.
Is there any more clarity on Pop's situation? Whether he would return during this season?
I would say that he's doing good, and we've been talking, and I've had my hands full with this and trying to stay above water, so have not talked details, and I'm not sure.
The question was whether or not Pop will be okay. So this is worse than I thought. I thought the question was going to be, do you know like a timetable when Pop will be back? And he would have said, oh yeah, I don't really know. The question was, will Pop be back this season? And he said he doesn't really know. But he's also been talking to Pop a lot. But Pop is also doing good. This doesn't sound good. He's doing good. This doesn't sound encouraging. So first and foremost, obviously, I hope Pop is okay. The Spurs love to keep things, under wraps. They don't like to show you too much. Even with the whole Primo, situation when that went down, we got some details, but we didn't get enough details, right? Like it was they try to make sure not to like just spill all the tea of what's going on. So with Pop, this doesn't sound good. I'll be honest with you. I hope that he is able to come back. Keep in mind that this is his program, right? This is his baby, and Popovich is not the type just to bounce, right? Like he literally, this is the same man who literally lost his wife and was still here for the playoffs. When we all expected, and we were cool with it, Pop, dude, you do not have to coach right now, but he came back. So this is a big deal that we're even entertaining the idea that he wouldn't be able to come back this season. I hope everything is fine. We all know that Pop is an older gentleman. At the end of the day, I hope, I wish him the best. That's tough. Excuse me. That's tough, man. I sounded a little bit like Mitch Johnson there. That's tough. Yeah, that's tough, dude. That's tough. But here's the thing. I saw somebody say, "Where's the fire?" Mitch comment. So here's the thing. I do want to bounce off of that. So Mitch Johnson, this is not his program, okay? So we need to keep that in mind. This is not his program. Actually, just for funsies, let's see if there's anything else.
About anything that no details.
So kind of given everything that's going on, with Pop and then losing Jeremy, how was the team doing as far as their morale?
Morale's been good. We got a locker room full of good guys.
Okay. So what I was going to say was, I think when it comes to Mitch, if he gets a lot of criticism, I don't think it's very warranted. So first off, I don't expect our next coach to be Greg Popovich. Like, I don't expect them to be on that level of a coach. All right. I just expect the next coach to be a good coach, maybe borderlining on the great category, but just be a good coach, a good, competent coach. That's all I care about. I'm not expecting him to be legendary. And Mitch Johnson, if he were to step into that role, he has some large shoes to fill. But in this season in particular, this would not be a good season to judge Mitch Johnson at all. This is not his program. Okay. I don't think that he had a ton of say in what players they get, what players they work with, and all that. Like, this is not his program. This is Popovich's program. And yeah, I just don't think that the criticism should be thrown at him. I didn't think Popovich should have got a ton of criticism, last season in particular, because we just didn't have that many. We were so young, right? But Clayton, you're killing me with this. It's just, I don't know, man. It makes me, good take. Yeah, no, I'm honestly, like, all honesty, I just don't think that he should get a lot of criticism. It's not his program. And we don't know what's going to happen. I just hope Pop can come back. I hope that he's fine. I hope that he'll continue to be our coach. We need him, right? I think a lot of people are so quick to criticize him, but now that you see a team without Pop, you're like, this team looked a little smoother prior. And it's like, this is the best type of coach you can get. No Doc Rivers, please. Oh God, no. Spurs better know better. You keep saying Mitch Johnson. God, the NBA is so quick to kick coaches to the curb. They really are. Coach K is my vote. Can someone tell me how many college coaches have gone to the NBA and been like highly successful? Is there a lot? I don't feel like it happens that often, but then again, I could just be ignorant to that, and I'll accept my ignorance in that. I'm worried what the team will break up if Pop doesn't return, but Mitch is doing a great job. He's doing a fine job for everything considered, right? He said the Spurs know better. Yeah, they better know better. Bring in Doc Rivers as a coach. Are you kidding me? Exactly. Spurs fan. If Mitch Johnson doesn't win a ring, fire him. Exactly. Thanks, guys. Thanks for saying it was a good take, okay? Thanks for saying it was a good take. I literally just think, hey, don't criticize him. This isn't his program. It is what it is. Dan Hurley from UConn would be nice. That would be nice. All right. I guess that's my only take there. I hope Popovich is okay. I hope he can come back. We need him. But obviously his health is most important. And as far as like who's going to be the future coach and all that, I'm not worried about it. Right? Like, this is, I just don't care. I just hope Pop is okay. And I also don't think that this man right here should get a lot of criticism or heat right now. It's the first time head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. Like, yeah, just chill out. Let's chill out on that. Billy Donovan coached Florida and now OKC. Oh, okay. Billy Donovan. Give Pop an iPad for real. So that's the bad news. What's the good news? We got a little bit of more bad news, but yeah, this is the bad news right here. Popovich, we have no idea what's going on, and yeah, I don't like this that much. I'm not happy about it. Also, somebody mentioned about Wemby. Since we're not doing a recap of this past game, I think the question was, why has Wemby been so bad, or Wemby looks terrible? Wemby does look sloppy. I think that the NBA is two things, okay? I think number one, he hasn't had sufficient time to be able to work on his game. That's number one. And number two, a lot of teams have, they know his kryptonite, and it's those kind of like bulky guards. They put him on him, and he struggles with that. He just does, because he plays more like a guard in and of himself. So when you put those type of guys on him and he doesn't have the best outside shot in the world, it just turns out to be kind of ugly, right? So I think that's what it is. Doesn't mean he's playing terrible. Like, even his bad games, he put up 9 blocks. Like, it's crazy. But at the same time, I think that that's what it is. He wasn't able to work on his game that much this offseason due to being in the Olympics. And then on top of it, you top that with going against guards, and teams adjusting. It looks bad. He just looks uncomfortable. He'll be all right. Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll look better. 4 steals and 3 blocks tonight. Exactly. See, he can have like, even when we look at him and we're like, he's not having the best game, his stats are ridiculous. He's still super important for us winning these games, but, you know, it is what it is. All right. We're ending this segment.